My name is Sebastiaan. I'm from Amsterdam. And over the last 15 years, I've founded over 20 companies. I've been featured in the list of the 100 fastest growing tech entrepreneurs of Europe. And I've been featured on the list of the richest young entrepreneurs of the Netherlands. In 2002, I founded an internet retailer and I built it from scratch to market leader in under 4 years. In 2008, I sold 30% to a VC, and in 2009, I stopped working, and in 2010, I sold the remaining shares, and I have been giving back to the community ever since. This is my Silicon Valley pitch. This is what I tell people if I want to give the perfect representation of me. Who would like me to narrate what happened for me over the last few years? Show me your hands. I always want everyone to put up their hands. I see a journalist not putting up her hand. You have to write about this. Okay, let me narrate my story for you guys. In 2002, I founded a company because I couldn't hold a steady job. At each company, I always wanted to do things my way, and in corporate companies, it just doesn't work like that. So I found a company, and in 4 years, the company exploded. We grew very rapidly. And to be honest, at that time, I didn't really know what I was doing. The only thing I knew that in 2008, we had won every award we could win. I was featured on the Rich list, and a VC wanted to buy 30% of my company. So I basically struck gold in 2008. 6 months later, I ended up on the emergency room of the hospital. I was for 6 months in the hospital. I didn't eat, I didn't drink, and I didn't sleep. It was the blue screen of death. So when I got out of the hospital, I started to redesign my life. I sold all my companies. I sold my house on Ibiza. I sold my sports cars. And I gave all the profits to charity. Thank you. And I basically had 2 questions. The first question was, how could I have grown so fast in the first 4 years? And the second question is, how could I have destroyed myself in 6 months? So I started to travel the world, and I talked to 500 entrepreneurs in 15 countries over 3 continents. And I talked to them about the success and failures of entrepreneurship. I asked them these 2 questions. And I noticed, after talking to 500 entrepreneurs, that there's a pattern in what every entrepreneur did on a daily basis. So I went to 2 universities, the university in Spain and the university in Stanford, and I started studying entrepreneurship. And I found out that every entrepreneur I talked to balanced his or her time over 5 facets of entrepreneurship. The first facet is the idea. It's what they do. The second facet is their team. It's with whom they're doing it with. The third facet is their planning. When are they doing what? And are they capable of taking their team on the journey they're on? The fourth element is the resources. What do you have that it takes to be successful? And do you have a clear understanding of what you don't have? And the fifth element, and that's a new element, is the element of health. It's how you measure how successful you are. And the element of health clearly was my Achilles heel. It comes in 3 different variants. The first variant of health is your financial health. Actually, I was doing pretty well on that facet. The second is your emotional health. And the third is your physical health. So what I'd like to do is ask you, like, who has their smartphone here in their pocket or in their hand? Show me who has. Okay, I'd like to take out your smartphone, go to Twitter, and I'd like to ask you a question. And I'd like to send you a picture of me here on stage, and I'd like you to answer in the limited 140 characters Twitter offers you, is how you measure your health. So I'm looking forward to receiving 230 tweets today. The sponsor of this event, Vodafone, gave me a 4G Wi-Fi access point. So when I'm done with this talk, I'm going to answer 230 tweets from you guys. I'm looking forward to receiving your tweet. Thank you for listening, and I'll be on Twitter. Thank you.